2024 Mazda CX-5 Smart Key Programming, Autel, OBDSTAR, or Smart Pro. Hey everyone, welcome back to Baabji Motors, your trusted hub for everything automobile diagnostics, ECU programming, and key solutions. Before we get started, here's a quick but important disclaimer. This video is created purely for educational and informational purposes only. We do not promote illegal practices, key cloning misuse, or bypassing security systems. Always follow local laws, manufacturer guidelines, and ensure you have proper authorization before performing any key programming. Now, let me begin with a question that I know many of you might be curious about. Did you know that the method of programming a new smart key for the Mazda CX-5 completely changes depending on whether the vehicle has had a dealer software update or not? Drop your guess in the comments. What do you think is the most reliable tool for the 2024 Mazda CX-5 Smart Key, Autel, OBDSTAR, or Smart Pro? I'll reveal the answer at the end of this video. And before we dive deep into the details, I need your help. Let's aim for 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments within the first 24 hours. Your likes and comments are the fuel that keeps Baabji Motors moving forward and bringing you real-world diagnostic knowledge. If this content adds value, smash that like button and drop your thoughts in the comment box below. All right, let's jump into the main content. Programming a 2024 Mazda CX-5 Smart Key can sound straightforward, but in reality, there are layers of complexity based on software versions, dealer updates, and the type of equipment you're using. Let's break it down step by step so that whether you're a professional locksmith, a dealership technician, or just an enthusiast looking to understand how these systems work, you'll have the knowledge you need. For vehicles manufactured before January 2022, programming is actually the easiest scenario. Tools like Autel IM508 or IM608, OBDSTAR G3, and Silka Smart Pro can handle the key addition process smoothly without requiring any PIN codes. For example, technicians have reported adding a new key to a 2021 Mazda CX-30 using Autel IM508S in about 15 to 20 minutes. The process worked flawlessly when using an aftermarket OEM-style key, with no cluster errors and full functionality after the procedure. Of course, battery support during programming is absolutely crucial to prevent voltage drops, which can interrupt the process. But here's where things get interesting. For vehicles manufactured after June 2022, or for models that have visited the dealership for a software update, things become less predictable. The success rate drops to around 50-50, depending on whether the immobilizer software has been patched. So, let's break down how each tool performs. Autel. If the vehicle has not received a dealer update, Autel devices can still add a key, but there's a catch. The system will require incode and outcode authorization, meaning you'll need to retrieve a PIN from NASDF. Even after successful programming, you might still see the security light on the dash, particularly if you're using aftermarket keys. When you try to use universal keys like Autel or Xhorse, the immobilizer light often stays on unless you copy the key ID from the original working key. Cheap aftermarket keys tend to worsen the issue. For the cleanest results, it's highly recommended to use OEM smart keys only. Also, battery support remains critical during the programming process. Smart Pro. According to Silka, the Smart Pro tool has strong compatibility with Mazda's latest models. For 2023 models, Smart Pro was able to bypass encode completely, which made the process simpler and faster. However, for the 2024 Mazda CX-5, you still need to obtain the PIN code. So while Smart Pro is reliable and recognized officially for these vehicles, it doesn't fully bypass security on the latest models yet. OBDSTAR. The OBDSTAR G3 has an edge because it now supports both add key and all keys lost programming for Mazda CX-5 models from 2018 through 2024. However, it always requires a PIN code. For example, OBDSTAR has successfully demonstrated programming a 2024 CX-5 with all keys lost directly through the OBD port. This makes it one of the most versatile tools for the job, but again, you must have PIN code access. Now, if your Mazda CX-5 has been to a dealer recently and has received the latest security updates, your best option shifts to MDRS dealer software combined with a valid NASDF pin. Without this, programming attempts may fail or trigger immobilizer lockouts. There's another interesting path for vehicles equipped with ID6 proximity keys. Xhorse has developed a cloning solution where you can replicate the smart key using their key tool Max. But here's the caution. The safest way is not to clone the original key directly. Instead, clone an aftermarket key onto an Xhorse XM38 smart key. This approach avoids potential risks with the OEM key while still giving you a functional duplicate. And if you're working on a 2024 Mazda CX-5, the process mirrors that of the CX-30. These models require MDRS with PIN codes for safe and reliable programming. So to summarize, pre-2022 Mazda CX-5, Easy, Autel, OBDSTAR, and Smart Pro all work without PIN codes. Post-2022 without dealer updates, Autel works with incode/outcode. Smart Pro and OBDSTAR need PIN codes. Post-2022 with dealer updates, best done via MDRS and NESDF pin. For ID6 proximity key systems, Xhorse cloning is possible, but safest route is cloning aftermarket keys to XM38 smart keys. That's the full landscape of programming a new smart key on the 2024 Mazda CX-5. Now, let's circle back to the question I asked you at the beginning. Which tool is the most reliable for the 2024 Mazda CX-5? The answer is OBDSTAR G3, because while it requires a PIN, it supports both adding keys and handling all keys lost up to 2024, making it the most versatile solution available right now. Personally, I think OBDSTAR's consistent updates give it a strong edge for locksmiths who want reliability across different Mazda generations. But Autel and Smart Pro still remain excellent choices depending on the situation, especially when dealer updates are not in play. What's your opinion? Which tool would you trust the most for a modern Mazda CX-5 key programming job? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Before we wrap up, here's a quick but useful tip. When programming Mazda smart keys, never overlook the importance of stable battery support. A voltage drop during programming is one of the fastest ways to brick a key or immobilizer system. Always connect a quality power supply before starting. So, if this video gave you clarity, don't forget to show your support. Let's hit 10,000 likes and 1,000 comments in the first 24 hours. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to Baabji Motors for more real-world diagnostic insights. Thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy diagnosing!